Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning to you. You must be the new maintenance robot.
Correct. I was delivered last night.
And, what happened to Herbie?
I did not know anything happened to Herbie.
Okay. Do you have a name?
Jackson.
Just Jackson?
Jackson 289M7 is my full serial number.
You know, Jackson's just fine. After you finish cleaning out there, you can start in my office.
Already did, sir.
I think we're gonna get along just fine.
I hope so, sir.
Come in.
I was informed you enjoy a mid-morning tea, sir. They neglected to inform me if you enjoy sugar, milk, or lemon with it.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you. They seem to have programmed you with good manners.
Yes, they did, sir. About the milk, sugar, or lemon.
Don't need it, don't need it.
About your lunch, sir?
Let's make it for noon. I hope that you cook better than Herbie.
I was informed of all your favorite meals. Do you have any requests, sir?
Surprise me.
Are you sure, sir?
I'm sure. You see, lunch just seems so trivial when you've been thinking about God all day.
God, sir?
The creator of all things?
I was not aware that Stanley Kalinowski was considered the creator of all things and was also called God.
Take a seat, Jackson. You see, even though Dr. Kalinowski created you, I have no doubt about that. But that implores a different question, does it not?
Correct. So that would mean the question would be, who created Stanley Kalinowski?
And the answer to that is God. For you see, God has created him, he created me, and every living thing on this planet. From the mountains, to the plains, to the ocean.
Does that mean that God created everything except me?
Well, let's say he's indirectly responsible for you. Had he not created Kalinowski, he would not have created you.
Then I too am God's creation.
It is God's house. Who am I to say otherwise?
Excuse me, sir. Where would God's office be? I was not able to locate it in the church's schematics.
Well, God doesn't need an office because he is everywhere.
Sir, I have not detected anyone else here.
Well, you're just gonna have to take my word for it because he is everywhere.
I will, sir.
Good. Well, I have some more work to catch up on, so you better get back to your duties.
Very well, sir. Excuse me, sir. One more thing.
Yes?
If someone asks for you, how will I know?
Well, my name is Reverend Edward Morris, and that is how you will know.
Thank you, Reverend Morris.
Thank you, Jackson.
You're welcome, sir.
Excuse me, Reverend Morris. Should I lock the building once you've gone?
As much as I'd like to do the opposite, today is not the best environment.
According to my databanks, a church is a place of worship.
That's correct.
But you told me earlier this was God's house, not a church.
Well, a church is a place of worship, and that is what makes it God's house.
God must be very large to need such high ceilings.
Interesting observation, Jackson. For doubtless as large as he may choose to be, I believe that we make the interiors of our church large, not to accommodate God, but to imply his power and his majesty for all those that choose to worship him. I'll see you in the morning, Jackson.
Good morning, Reverend Morris.
Morning, Jackson. Actually, I'm getting ready to go and practice. Before anyone comes in today, if you could you fill up a glass of water for me and put it in the pulpit for me?
Of course. Shall I activate the microphone as well?
Nah, I'm just practicing, so just do the stage lights. "22 minutes, just enough to keep him hanging on." I'll be getting out of your way, Jackson.
Very well, Reverend Morris.
Just a moment, Jackson. Were you able to hear my sermon from up there?
Yes, Reverend Morris. I do not require a microphone or a sound system.
I figured you didn't. So what'd you think?
I do not understand your question, sir.
Each Sunday, I provide sermons for my parishioners to offer spiritual comfort and to instruct them.
Instruct them?
Yes, to instruct them to lead moral and spiritual lives, spiritually satisfying lives. But sometimes I'm too close to the subject matter. Sometimes I'm so close that I can't see. I can't see if there's any spiritual inconsistencies, anything that I might have overlooked. So, if you could, how should I put this? If you could listen to my sermons and point out any inconsistencies, if you could do that, please.
Yes, Reverend Morris, I can do it.
Great. We can start with this sermon. Could you see any inconsistencies with the one I just did?
You had mentioned a man named Jonah who was eaten by a great fish and survived. This is a logical flaw.
It might have been if God had not intervened.
I do not understand.
Jackson, God is omnipotent. He can heal the sick, raise the dead, part the Red Sea, and even get Jonah out the belly of that whale.
But the digestive acid would have destroyed Jonah's flesh and dissolved his internal organs.
And what if God had not intervened?
Does God intervene every time a man is eaten by a fish?
No.
So what determines which men he saves?
I do not know. No one knows how God's mind works. The Bible teaches us that it favors just and moral men, even though it can be difficult at times.
I must learn more about God if I am to evaluate your sermons properly.
Tell me, Jackson, do you read?
I can read and speak in over 30 languages and speak 200 dialects.
When I leave work tonight, I would like for you to read this.
And this will explain God to me?
No, but what it will do is explain our limited knowledge of God and how He works. For you see, if we knew what God knew, then we would be gods ourselves, and there can only be one God.
Why only one?
Just read it and you'll find out.
I will, sir.
Good. And I'll have my tea in about an hour.
Very well, sir. Excuse me, Reverend Morris? I have a question.
Ask away and I'll try to answer.
I saw Mrs. Matthews kneeling in the front of the church. I have seen others kneel there before, but she was crying. I assumed she had injured herself, yet when I offered to help her to her feet or to summon medical assistance, she told me that she was in no physical distress and that it is customary to kneel while praying.
That's correct, Jackson. For you see, we kneel to show respect for him. She was simply crying because she was worried about her sons that are in the military. Is there anything else?
No, sir.
Then you better get back to your duties then.
Yes, sir. The midweek offering, sir.
Thank you, Jackson.
You're welcome, Reverend Morris.
You know, there's a sale going on at Sheldrake. 30% off for anyone that comes in before 5:30. So, I'm going to get ready and leave early. But I'm sorry I'm going to be leaving you alone for the evening.
I am never alone.
I beg your pardon?
God is omnipresent, is he not?
Well, yes, he is.
And you said this is God's house. So certainly he was here.
Well said, Jackson. Maybe I'll let you write a sermon for me someday. How you doing, Perry?
Rev, I'm not gonna lie. I miss her.
I know. But Tia would not want to see you like this.
As who would have thought my baby girl gone?
God saw her through, and he called her home.
God saw her through to the end. You did your job as a parent. Hey, so when do you think the wedding will start?
I don't know. My daughter hasn't told me. But I'm paying for it so they can save. How much will it cost?
We usually charge $1,500, but I'll do it for $500 and give the rest as a baby shower gift.
Thank you, Reverend.
I'm sorry I am late, Reverend Morris. I did not want to interrupt when you were conferring with the parishioner.
It's very kind of you. But if I ever can't go without my tea, I'll make sure to let you know.
Very well.
It's very good. I wish that I could share it with you.
But I cannot consume food or beverages, Reverend Morris.
I know, but I just wish that there was more that I could do for you. I put a lot on your plate. I put a lot more than what was in your job description.
Well, I guess one thing you could do for me.
Well, what is it?
Allow me to sit in with your congregation on Sunday mornings.
Why?
I wish to become a member of your church.
But you're a robot.
If God is the God of all things, is he not also the God of robots?
I never should have had you read the Bible. It was such a mistake.
Tell me, is the Bible true?
Yes, it's true.
Then is it not true for robots as well as for men?
Sorry, Jackson. It's not.
Why not?
Because robots don't have souls.
Where is yours?
You see, souls are intangible. I can't show mine to you, but I possess it. I know it's there. It's an integral part of me.
Why am I prohibited from offering the same answer?
You're making this very difficult, Jackson.
I do not wish to cause you discomfort or embarrassment, Reverend Morris. Is that not the manifestation of a soul?
Alright, so let's say you're correct. How do you account for no other robot having a soul?
I do not accept this supposition, for the Bible tells me that we are all creatures of God.
But you can be switched off. Ask any roboticist.
So can you. Ask any doctor or marksman.
All right. Let's say you were able to convince me. My congregation would never accept you.
Why not?
Well, it's simple, Jackson. People around here, they're losing jobs to robots. Our children, they're moving away as soon as they finish school. There's a large antipathy for robots in this town. It's a sign of the times. Please tell me you understand, Jackson.
I understand.
Good. We will have no more of this discussion. I'll see you tomorrow.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Good morning, Reverend Morris.
Good morning, Jackson. All right, Jackson, what's the meaning of this?
For reasons I still do not comprehend, you have restricted your parish to humans. I thought if I looked like one, I could join it.
It takes more than a tattered suit to become a man.
What does it take?
Jackson, we discussed this already.
If God created me, why am I forbidden to speak to him?
You're not forbidden to speak to him. You're forbidden to speak to him in my church when my congregation is assembled on Sunday mornings.
If the church is considered the best conduit for speaking to him, why do you come here every day? Why do people congregate here to speak to God if they can do so anywhere? If Sunday is not the most opportune time, why do they not assemble on Tuesday?
It has been said that man is a social animal. That he finds comfort in the proximity of other men. I can't begin to define the concepts of loneliness and isolation to you. There's an emotional emptiness that comes with it. You see, men come to church for a sense of comfort, for community and shared values. Please tell me, Jackson, Do you comprehend what I'm trying to tell you?
Are you right over there, Ed? If you need any help with that robot, let us know.
No. It's fine. Just have everyone else go back to their seats. But you go to my office. You don't come out until I tell you. Do you understand?
I understand.
What is going on here? What kind of creature was that?
I will explain. I had a sermon all planned out about how we blunder into sins such as sloth or gluttony. But now it just seems so trivial, so far removed from what's going on in my church. But now I have something much more important to discuss with you. That sight you saw today was Jackson. And as most of you know, Jackson is the robot that has been helping out with the maintenance duties in the church over the past few months. And like most robots, he has a compulsion to find defects and correct them. One day a few months ago, I decided to use this compulsion, and I started practicing my sermons in front of him to see if he could find anything illogical, any illogical contradictions. But in doing that, it led him to believe the things that we see as articles of faith illogical. So to deter him from that, I had him reading the Bible. But little did I know that I realized it later that he accepted the word as the absolute truth.
It is the literal truth. It's the Lord's word.
I know. It's just what Jackson believes applies to man also applies to robots. That he has an immortal soul.
A machine. That's blasphemy. It's not enough they take all of our jobs. Now they want to take over our churches too.
Please, everyone, please. Jackson, he's an ethical and moral being that just wants to worship alongside us. It's why he made that crude attempt to become a man in the first place, the crude costume that he put on. All Jackson wants to do is worship alongside us and commune with God. Is that so wrong?
Send him to a robot church if you can find one. This one is for us.
It's not right, Reverend. If he has a soul, then why not my vacuum cleaner or my son's toy tank?
Listen, I'm just a man, a flawed one at that. I don't pretend to have all the answers, or even most of them. I will consider your objections in the coming week, but until then, I want all of you to find in your heart some compassion for any entity that wishes that only wishes to worship alongside us in God's company. So instead of this coming Sunday having a sermon, we'll just have a discussion on it. We'll have a meeting on it. And I know that things are tense now. So I would just like to lead all of you in a benediction prayer. Then all of you will be dismissed and we'll just sleep on it. My prayer for this week is that I hope they find some compassion. As much as I'm a pastor of this church, it is up to them to let you into this congregation. I spent many years trying to build this church back up. I went around town talking to the football players and the basketball players, saying prayers for them before the big games in their tournament. I even let the people use the fellowship as a polling place. But I never thought that this would be the toughest thing I would have to see this church through. So until next Sunday, I need you to carry on with your duties. And I'm hoping that discussion sways in your favor.
Thank you.